that lie will mess you up real good. Trust me.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I do too much. I like hair, talking, cosplay, music, art, and stuff.
Alright, hello and welcome to StarPuppy. This is Danielle, aka your resident weirdo. I am checking in to welcome you to the weirdness. So, this is episode, I don't know what, maybe 5 of Surviving Your 20s. Again, I'm gonna frame this whole video as not me trying to push my ideals on you, not me trying to preach at you, not me saying I'm holier than thou, because Lord literally knows, and me too, that ain't true. This is me talking to my younger self, stuff I would have told that girl. And it's been striking chords out here with the folks and the children, so I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna preface this one by saying I'm gonna get really, really real. Like and subscribe. So I'm gonna frame this video as me just being soupy-doops real and talking about some of the struggles that I have previously really thought I was alone in, and have, thank God, come to the realization that are a lot more universal than I once thought, and I want you to know that too. Because sometimes the best positive thought is just knowing that you're not alone. So I hope that even while we're talking negative stuff today, you can still take solace and feel positively in that you're not the only one going through it. I'm gonna put it out there. It's been a very bad day. I consider myself a human Pomeranian, as a lot of you guys know, but that's not to say that I don't have just craptastic days too. And I'm here to let you know it just be like that sometimes. It happens to everyone, even me. You're not alone. You are never alone in anything that you feel. My biggest problem is bottling things up. I kind of touched on this in my empath video. I'll link it here if you haven't seen it. I feel overwhelmed on a daily basis by my own feelings because I don't feel things on a surface level. I only ever feel things deeply. And it's exhausting. And it's how I'm built. And because I feel so deeply all the time, it's difficult for me to let those feelings out. I feel burdened by my emotions, and I often wrongly assume that expressing those feelings, especially negative ones, namely negative ones, towards the people who have hurt me, will burden that person or drive that person away. I very, very, very recently, as in yesterday, had the opposite experience with this. I have had a very rough, very, very, very rough patch with someone I considered a dear friend. And this friend, this friend, cut me to the core, and I haven't felt so hurt by someone in a very long time. And instead of expressing how I felt and the magnitude to which I felt it, I kept it all inside. I am, one second, the power of llamas, llama power. I am a deeply, obviously, genuine person. Wouldn't trade it for the world. One of my best qualities. Bottling stuff up as a genuine person is like consuming poison. And up here, I knew that was a bad idea, but in here, it's like a wounded animal. And I felt that if I even tried to express how I felt, I would lash out and drive this person out of my life forever. If I so much as opened my mouth, I was afraid of the hellfire I would spit at them. That was the wrong choice. It was actually my silence and the way I treated this person to their face in public with such coldness. I withdrew completely, and that drove that person away. The way I see it, and the way I have now experienced it on a much grander scale, in a much more adult environment, is people will not know how you feel unless you tell them, no matter how well they know you. People will not be able to read your mind, and people will wait for you to express yourself. You can't wait for someone to coax you out of your shell. You're responsible for your own emotions and expressing them well and privately and honestly. And take it from me, the sooner you do it, the better. Wait until you're calm enough to have a frank, honest, vulnerable conversation, but don't bottle those feelings up, because they're gonna come out some kind of way. Denial. I am really good at denial. It ties very closely with my tendency to bottle my feelings up. I just deny that those feelings exist, and that is wrong and unhealthy. And I know that, but my instinct is to do so. Don't do that. Listen to your head. They're right. Learning to acknowledge your feelings is something I am really currently really going for. I am making strides, and it is so hard. So if you find that you are developing a habit of denying that you are hurt, or denying that you're angry, denying that someone upset you, I urge you, stop. Acknowledge your feelings. Sit with them, acknowledge them, and then express them as calmly and as compassionately in private with that person when you are ready to be calm with them. It's so important. Write down some key points if you need to and refer to them. It's not because what you don't want to do is have that conversation, try to close that chapter, and then you're walking out of the room and you're like, I should have said this, this, and that. Nope, write it down. I am good about that though. For a very long time, I expected people to love the way I love. I've had to learn that that's not the case several times. I am very stubborn. Didn't know that till this situation. This situation really, I've learned so much from just one horrific event. I'm grateful for it. I can't wait till it doesn't hurt. But even while I'm still in it, I can see how much I've grown from it and how much I've learned. So, thanks. You gotta accept that people are different. People have different ways of expressing caring about people, loving people, if it's that kind of relationship. Even in a friendship, there's a certain type of love to it. And you can't expect people to love like you, even when they are very, very similar to you. That's the kicker. I think in my past, this is actually before this situation that sparked this whole video, really. Especially in romantic relationships, I expected to be met with the way I love. And I learned, not through horrific falling outs and being hurt and disappointed, that that's not realistic. But this last time, it was horrific. And I learned it for like maybe a third time, and it really stuck this time. You can't expect everyone to be you. That doesn't make any sense. And quite frankly, if you're anything like me, which is a deeply caring, overly giving, empathic person who just feels super deeply, gives too much, thinks too much, you're really setting yourself up for a lot of heartache. You don't want to be where I am right now. So don't do that. Expect nothing in return and give freely as you want to, expecting nothing in return. And not in a pessimistic way, but in a realistic way. Not everyone is going to return your love in the amount and the method that you deliver it. You must accept this as fact. And the sooner you accept that, the better off you're gonna be. I knew that, then I forgot that. So even if you know that, just keep sharp, because it can sneak back up on you. Trust me. It's also important to note that not everyone is worth your time. Not everyone deserves your heart. Some people are very reckless with your heart, and you gotta be careful. You only got one. When someone is reckless with your heart, when someone hurts you, unintentionally, intentionally, subconsciously, consciously, take a step back and really think about what you want from this friendship, relationship, etc. Does this person enrich your life to the point where you should put your heart back together and place it back in their hands? Are they emotionally dexterous enough to handle your heart? Be honest with yourself. Act accordingly. If you keep going back, they're gonna shatter your heart, and you might lose a few pieces. Be smart with your heart. You only have one. A mistake I've made and am struggling with right now, in this moment, live streaming. Send me a balloon or whatever the TikTok people do. So I am a perfectionist. and I want everything to be perfect. And it only got worse as I got older. As you get older, you realize just how little control you have in this life. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a good thing. It just is what it is, which is it's just life. I made incredible strides in accepting that as I entered my 20s and as I really started getting the hang of my 20s. I had gotten to a point where I was like, c'est la vie, laissez-faire, si que sera, sera. But very, very recently, I lost my footing. Yeah, got tripped up. It sucked. Negative 40,000 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend to my worst enemy. And I tried to control things that I can't. That bothers the crap out of me. You can't control anything but you. That's it. That's literally it. Just practice, practice, practice. I know this is easier said than done. But as I said before, I'm framing this whole video as me talking to my younger self. Just keep on plugging away. Just keep accepting stuff. Don't worry about it. When you feel yourself worrying about something, just look for the good in it. Say out loud, you know what? That's out of my control. I don't have any control over this. I'm going to do what I can in the situation, and that's that. I'm not going to worry about anything else because I can't control anything else. So what I look like? Trying to grasp at straws that are completely out of my reach. And now I need to start that up again because I gotta get out of this hole I dug for myself. Which is a perfect segue into another point. I tend to beat myself up for mistakes from the past that I've made. So it's not a control thing, but it's still an acceptance thing. Like, what do I look like obsessing over the past? Like, what's the point? What am I hoping to gain from this? There's nothing to be gained except wisdom. So don't beat yourself up for the past. You're literally just wasting your time. Trust me, it doesn't benefit you. It doesn't change the past, and you're changing your present and your future. You're tainting it by coloring it with the past. It's no good. You're not making any progress. Stop it. Get some help. My greatest struggle and my most recent and pervasive and consuming mistake is, oh God, truly, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, truly in my heart, because of this one instance, how I allowed myself to be, how open I allowed my heart to be, how I conducted myself, how low I allowed myself to sink, because of the values I had compromised for this situation. I opened myself up to believe truly in my heart that I was not enough. And I really believed it. I let that lie deep into my heart. And I'm still scrubbing it out of there. Let me tell you, it's a stubborn one. Don't you ever in your life, under any circumstance, any feelings, emotions, environment, event, don't you ever believe you are worthless. That is a lie. That lie will mess you up real good. Trust me. And I'm working every day to scrub it out of my heart. And today I found a new little pocket of it. And I have reason to believe that that lie is very, very common in people around my age and older and younger. You are more than enough. And I know, it is so easy to see that in your friends, your sisters, your brothers, your parents, cousins, family, strangers, celebrities, me. It's so easy to see it in everybody but you. But you need to tell yourself that more than anyone else. I'm more than enough. I deserve happiness. I am worthy. It's the truth. That's the truth. Listen to that. Put that mess on blast. Repeat. Do what I call psycho listen to it, where it's just on repeat for hours and hours and hours. You're gonna be alright. Sorry things got literally and emotionally kind of dark there for a second. Sun's setting. But not on my love for you. In my heart of hearts, I'm worthy, I'm enough, I deserve love, I'm more than enough. It's okay to have a day. It's okay to have a moment. We're only human. Things ebb and flow. It's a volatile time. Okay. That's enough for today. I sincerely hope this helped you. And if it did, watch it whenever you need love. I'm here for you. If you know somebody who needs to hear this too, send it their way. Throw it on your Facebook. Watch it during finals. Sound off in the comments if I was speaking into your soul. I tend to do that. I hope I didn't freak you out too much by showing you this side of me. I think it's important to show and to be honest with you and use this platform to not only uplift but to be real. But I have my days. It's okay to have your days. So let me know how you felt about it. I mean, I've made you guys cry a whole bunch of times. It's only fair that I shed a tear or two myself. I hope you've enjoyed the weirdness today. If you've enjoyed the weirdness, please like this video, subscribe so you can be a part of the weirdness and the realness in between. Hit that bell for notifications so you're always early to the cry fest or the weirdness. Follow me on Instagram to watch the realness and or the weirdness in between sessions. I upload on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I hope to see you in the next one. This is Danielle, your resident weirdo, signing out. Say it with me now. StarPuppy. Away!
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed the video.